Do you know what are the 4 different business cycle stages that are essential for the success of a business? Please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to be the first one to receive the notification of our latest video. Hello and welcome to Bank Read, where millions of people around the world can learn and be aware of banking and finance. So let's get started. 1. Business cycle. The business cycle is said to be the downward and upward movement of gross domestic product around its long-term growth movement. Thus it is also called as the economic cycle or trade cycle. The length of a business cycle is the period containing a single boom and slimming down in sequence. Business cycles are significant since they can have an emotional impact on profitability, which in due course defines business success. 1.1 Business. The word business is referred to as to the systematized efforts and activities of individuals to produce and sell goods and services for profit. Therefore, the business is defined as an organization or enterprising entity or occupation or trade engaged in commercial, industrial, or professional activities in the purchase and sale of products or services to make a profit. 1.2 Business planning. Business planning usually goes around decisions related to the specific markets in which a company drives, whereas economy-wide movements can have a significant impact on all businesses. The business cycle is a design of commercial reports and such as showed by the modern economy. 1.3 NBR. The National Bureau of Economic Research is an American private non-profit research organization dedicated to the task and broadcasting neutral economic research among public policymakers, business professionals, and the academic community from 1945 to till date. 2. Stages of business cycle. When the economic output increases quickly and businesses tend to flourish is called the boom stage. Economic downturn arises when the economic growth rates start to fall. Downturns lead to economic inactivity phases or decline called recessions. The point at which economic growth rates begin to increase again is called the economic recovery, which follows the learning channel and leads back into an economic boom. 2.1 Growth. We can see growth foremost leads to an expansion of the business when customers start placing more orders. At this part of the business cycle, the commercial economy is benefited with characterized factors such as increasing consumer confidence, dropping unemployment rates, increasing disposable income, and low inflation, which ultimately increase the economic world. Thus it is proved that a good strategy for your business during this part of the cycle is to build on business strengths and reduce weaknesses. 2.2 Peak. We can see increased inflationary pressures as demand outshines the supply capacity of businesses. 2.3 Recession. When demand starts decreasing, we can see fewer orders from customers and we buy fewer supplies for our production. 2.4 Trough. Lack of demand reduces inflation and interest rates tend to decrease. Here, another period of growth with corresponding business expansion follows and completes the business cycle. 3. Significance of business cycle. A business cycle will impact all the sectors of an economy, right from demand to supply to the cost of production. Every aspect will depend on the phase of the business cycle, thus it will also affect all sectors of a firm. So the well-founded firm must be capable to identify correctly its present phase in the cycle. The upward and downward movements of heights of GDP, gross domestic product, is the theoretical outlook of the business cycle, and the period of expansions and contractions in the level of economic activities or business fluctuations around a long-term growth trend is referred as commercial phases. 3.1 Employment. During periods of economic growth and prosperity, the business cycle has a major effect on the total level of employment in the economy. 3.2 Consumer demand. High levels of unemployment and underemployment mean customers have less cash to spend on products and services, which be likely to reduce consumer demand towards the product. The low consumer demand indicates lower sales for businesses, which diminishes profits and increases the chances of suffering losses. So consumer demand is said to be the primary reason for the business cycle. 3.3 Persisting business cycles. During economic recoveries and booms, circumstances are carrying out new businesses to enter into the market. Also, downturns and recessions normally result in a winding up of weak businesses. Therefore, overwhelming economic downs and recessions are one of the prime challenges of sustaining a business in the long-term period, which involves cutting costs, increasing efficiency, and portrayal of resources saved during periods of fortune. 3.4 Business expansion and contraction in the business cycle. Whatever the business might be, once it has been organized, then should be self-equipped for expansion or contraction in response to the business cycle. Therefore, economists suggest different theories for changing demand in the market. Everyone believes that the business cycles in universal have the feature of the economy, such as developing strategies to exploit expansions and survive contractions. Thanks for watching. We hope you learned something valuable today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit the bell icon to be the first one to get the notification of all the upcoming videos.